So let's play this clip, Rob, and then Tate will just start off with this clip, what the news is saying, and we'll come
it's on the news?
Oh, it's all over the place.
We made the fucking news?
You made the news. Channel 7 Miami. So, Rob, if you want to play this clip, go for it.
People laughing and celebrating Heil Hitler and Adolf Hitler. I cannot believe we're even seeing this and witnessing Miami Beach.
A Miami Beach nightclub catching heat, accused of celebrating hate with a song about Hitler.
Absolute disgust.
Disgusted, horrified.
City leaders reacting to videos making the rounds on social media featuring the Kanye West song with the lyrics Heil Hitler over and over again. The same men seen in the club, known as controversial influencers, are also in a video from a limo. In that one, they're singing, and one of them is performing a Nazi salute.
To have people in our city celebrating this. Animals.
This is obviously not welcome in Miami Beach. It should not be welcome anywhere in the world.
And by the way, I spoke to other club operators. They are not welcome in their club. How they got into this club, open arms, I want to know how.
The videos are from Saturday night. This one inside the Club Vendome at 743 Washington Avenue. The club releasing a statement on social media that reads in part, "We want to be unequivocally clear. Vendome and our hospitality group do not condone anti-Semitism, hate speech, or prejudice of any kind." It goes on to state, "We are deeply disturbed by the harm caused by this incident and the circulation of this footage." The Post explains the business is looking into safeguards and procedures to make sure this doesn't happen again. As for the men in the video celebrating the song, the mayor has...
Can pause it at this time.
I barely even see me. And then
This is Bully Ave TV, and I'm your host, Xantar from the Opposite Bullies. You know what? This is some real live bullshit. And I'm gonna tell you why. Y'all got a lot of nerve being mad about this song, Heil Hitler. Hitler is dead, fool. Where was the uproar when genocide was being committed? You mean to tell me this made the news? But kids, men, women, whole families was being decimated, obliterated, blown to smithereens. Buildings crashing down on them. They got destroyed. Genocide, ladies and gentlemen. And you worried about a fucking Hitler song? Are you kidding me? This is what's important? This is what you mad about, a Hitler song. I don't give a damn about Hitler. Fuck Hitler. But fuck the motherfuckers that was over there committing genocide too. Fuck them. Am I wrong? Is something wrong with me? You got Andrew Tate, Nick Fuentes, Myron Gaines, Sneako. They was all out there partying, and you know, everybody know who they is. You know, they worldwide YouTubers. They famous. You know, I mean, but who cares that a club was playing a song? So what? Kids was being killed over in Palestine. And you can't say free Palestine either, right? You can't say that. Or you gonna be a terrorist or supporting terrorists. But you worried about a fucking Hitler song. Hitler is dead. Netanyahu still alive. Nobody cares that he was a war criminal, right? Didn't y'all want him arrested? Didn't Trump pardon him or something? And he was out in Mar-a-Lago diddy bopping and shit after committing genocide. I'm gonna let this video keep playing so we can see whatever. I'm gonna let it keep playing, man. You watching Bully Ave TV? This shit is insane.
can pause it at this time.
I barely even see me in any of this.
Yeah.
Firstly, but I want to be very careful here because I don't want to deflect too heavily. I don't want to be blaming other people, etc. A whole bunch of songs were played that night, none of which I requested. None. I walk into a nightclub and songs are played. Unfortunately, if anything happens anywhere near me, it gets tied to my name. If someone got shot in that club, they would have said, Andrew Tate's in a nightclub where this man got shot. I didn't shoot him. I didn't pull the trigger. I don't know who the fuck he is. I was there and the song was played. The actual conversation I think that's interesting to have when it comes to this is the nature of the internet and the nature of influencing in general. Because I think we're living in a world now where only shock value seems to get anybody's attention for any significant period of time because everyone's dopamine receptors are completely fried. So all of these young influencers or anyone on the internet who's trying to make any name for themselves is trying to be as controversial and shocking as possible as quickly as possible. And that's why the song was played, because it gets views. That's why. I didn't play it. I didn't ask them to play it. I didn't dance. I didn't sing. In fact, the only time you see me on there is me storming out of the bus saying this is ridiculous and leaving. But I know why it was played. It was played because of this. It was played because it gets traction in a world where everybody is bored of everything all of the time. And that's why these young people are encouraged constantly to try and do the most shocking thing possible. You see this not just with this song, you see this on all their streams. They're running people over and doing retarded shit constantly. So I'm not here to make excuses for myself. I'm not here to say it wasn't me. I'm not here to, blame someone else. But it is kind of ridiculous. It does feel a bit unfair that I'm standing in a nightclub. A song comes on that I did not request. A song comes on that I do not dance to. I do not repeat the lyrics to. I just stand there. And then they want to attribute somehow the song playing to me and it all being my fault.
That's a fair argument, but I'll to the average person that's watching it, back in the days when I'm younger, I'm in a car with a guy who I get out of the military. It's December 23rd, 97. The guy's got a bunch of pot in the back of his trunk. Cops come out.
Yep.
And I'm in the Army, and my guy's calling me, telling me, hey, you got to figure something out. You can't be involved in something like this.
Yep.
So guilty by association, it's the first thing they're going to say. You hung out with these guys. When I watched the video, Andrew, with you and them, Tristan looks extremely uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Okay? And the way you were smiling, because I saw a lot of, everyone's texting me. You and I communicate, we have conversations together. You looked extremely uncomfortable as well. You're smiling, but you're not, you know already what's going to happen. It was almost a look where I said, Tate knows what's about to happen next.
Yeah, the shock value really isn't worth it to me. I mean, I've said some shocking things and people will believe my brand is built on shock value, but I think they're at least shocking opinions. I like to think that I'm sitting there saying, this is my opinion, you may find it shocking, but this is what I truly believe. These are my worldviews, and perhaps there's a lot of people who agree with me, disagree with me, but to just shock and offend purely for the purpose of shocking and offending, I think that that's something that has plagued the internet for a while, but it's getting worse and worse. And you notice it across the entire streaming world because people are struggling to get any kind of views or shake people out of apathy. And when I talk to anybody below 25 who's doing anything on the internet, their only intention is to be as shocking and therefore as offensive as possible. That's what they're sitting there thinking. How do I get everybody to panic within 3 seconds? Otherwise, they're going to scroll past me. Mm-hmm. And that's what people are doing. That's the world we live in.
Why hang out with them?
Well, I haven't seen them in a long time. It's the first time I met two of them. It's the first time I met Clav and Nick. I spoke to them online, but it's the first time I ever met them. I hadn't seen Sneako in a while.
You and Nick have never met each other?
Never met.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that.
Never met.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and the Braden guy, Clav, whatever his name is, he's new.
First time I ever met them.
Yeah.
And I have to be honest, they were nice guys when I met them. It's the first time I've spoken to them. I sat down with them, and I don't think they even put the song on. I can't. I have to guess. I think Sneako may have put the song on, who I'd met many times before.
Come on, Tate. You kidding me? Now, why are you explaining yourself to Patrick Bet David? Like, who gives a shit what he thinks? And he hate Muslims, and you just do everything for the Jews. It's like he just kiss their ass all the time. And then you say Sneako played the song. It's like, damn, dude. Like, what the fuck are you doing? I think Sneako played the song. It's like, man, I really fuck with Andrew Tate. But that bullshit right there, I don't fuck with that. I can't fuck with that. Why are you explaining yourself to them? Why are you even on a show? They don't even like Muslims. They're always talking about some anti-Semitism or how you say that shit? Anti-Semitic, you know. But you don't respect the Muslims. You talk about them all the time. But you have to grill him about some Hitler song? He a grown-ass man in the club. He can do whatever the fuck he want to do, right? Y'all do whatever the fuck y'all want to do. So why you grilling him? Over some bullshit song. Who cares about this damn song? Y'all didn't care about Palestine and nothing that was going on in there. Y'all don't care about none of that shit. Y'all talk all kinds of shit about Muslims every chance y'all get. And you want to grill this grown-ass man about a damn song. Man, I'll be like, Patrick Bet-David, if you don't get the hell out my damn face with that bullshit you talking. Man, come on, man. Come on, man. Hell no.
I have to guess. I think Sneako may have put the song on, who I'd met many times before. But it was a long night. It was 6 or 7 hours in which, for 2 minutes of it, someone got a phone and put a song on. It wasn't me. And now it's all over the news. So I just think that the main reason this is being done is because shock value is what people are optimizing for with their content primarily. And then we can have another conversation entirely about why anti-Semitism is on the rise in the first place, because I have a theory about that also. And I think that the main reason anti-Semitism is on the rise across America, because there's no doubt about it that it is because young men are being told that Jews control the system, and young men are being screwed by the system. It doesn't mean it's true. I'm not going to sit here and say that Jews completely and utterly control the system. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, if you tell young men that, and they believe that, even if it's not true, and they're getting screwed by the system, that's why people are anti-Semitic. There was no anti-Semitism when a man could afford a house, and there was no anti-Semitism when a man could get a wife. And there's no anti-Semitism when he looked around and felt part of his community. But people are so disenfranchised now with the places they're living in and the society they're forced to live within, and they feel so disconnected from everything. They've become revolutionary. Young men of the world are revolutionary. They're looking for somebody to blame. They're told it's the Jews, so that's why they're being anti-Semitic. That's the truth about what is happening.
And it's funny though, Andrew, like, what's Nicholas Sneak? He's a grown man. I'm going to call him his real name. He's Filipino, Haitian, and his father is of Jewish descent. So on top of that, it doesn't make any sense. He's the Jew, so you're going to go to a town that's predominantly a lot of Jewish-owned businesses. You're technically Jewish too. You're playing that song, and then when you get in trouble for it, you're screaming anti-Semitism, and it's all the Jews run everything, and it's ridiculous. And I think in that sense too, Andrew, they use you, which I know you're upset. You have to be. They use you to play that song to be like, look who's with us. And you're right. I saw you. You walked right out, and even in the nightclub, you were kind of like whatever. But I would be even more livid because coming from a guy that has a Jewish father, brings you in, plays the Hitler song, and then you're the only guy that's going to catch real flack for it.
Yeah, I think it was, so if I'm going to be optimistic, it was short-sighted by them. If I'm going to be pessimistic, it was certainly very, I mean, I wouldn't say they set me up, but they should have known that, this is going to cause a whole bunch of flack for me, specifically.
In Miami.
In Miami, of course. But if I'm totally honest with you, I don't think that any of them are deeply anti-Semitic genuinely, and I don't think that any of them really thought it through. Honestly, I think they're just kids. I think they're just kids. It gets a reaction. They think they're funny. They're on the internet. They need a reaction. They want likes, and they did some fucking dumb shit. That's what I think it is. I think they're just literally retarded.
How old is Nicholas? If you don't, how old? Because I know
they're all
braiding
young. They're all in their young 20s or something.
I would love to agree with you, brother, but they're not all kids. By the way, nobody online or in the Jewish community defends you more online or behind the scenes than me.
I appreciate that, sir. I appreciate that.
You know I had dinner with Tristan and Justin Wall the other day.
Yeah.
I got the call. It's Sunday. You ruined my day. At the very least, you ruined my Sunday with my nephew.
I woke up. I was like, what the
feel
fuck?
you. And I get a call from not one person, not everybody.
Yep.
Your brother, you're texting me, Justin Waller, the club owners, the DJ, everyone, the mayor.
The bathroom attendant.
Like, the bathroom attendant, I tip him good. He called me.
Who's Cuban, but go ahead.
But they're not all kids. We know Myron's almost 40.
Yeah.
You're almost 40.
Yep.
Tristan's 35.
Yep.
This ain't kid stuff. So what I think is I actually believe you. You think I'm going to wait for 5 years of working with you, friendship with you, to throw you under the bus last minute. That's not how we roll.
Damn it, Tate, they really sick the goon squad on your ass. They talking about, they had Sneako whole background of his family, or his father or something is of Jewish descent. It's like, man, y'all going in. It's like y'all are protecting the Jews so bad. Like, they are so great. And Tate talking about anti-Semitism wouldn't exist if everybody wasn't telling young men of today that the Jews was in control of everything. And it wouldn't exist? It didn't exist back in the day because ain't nobody fucking know about this shit. I mean, people knew about this shit, but now you got internet. I mean, come on. You got technology. Everybody know now. I mean, it's not our fault that we got this information and y'all can't hide it no more. So you want to come down on us? Because we ain't stupid motherfuckers no more. We got the information. And then it's like, I done heard the other part of the video. The other dude, I don't even know his name because I don't really watch Patrick David's show. I mean, I know who he is, but the other two guys, I don't know who them people is, man. But the other dude, he was like, I think Sneako put the song on too. They gonna attack him because he's a Muslim. They ain't, where's the justice? For that's not anti-Semitic? Ain't Muslims, the Muslim people, Muslims, Arabs, Palestinians, those are Semitic people, right? Like the Jews. Does anybody care about them at all? Nope. They don't care. They just care about the Jews. The Jews. And I ain't got nothing against the Jews. Not just, just the average Jews. But I do got something against Israel and that BS that they be on. Because, I mean, come on. They own everything. The Jewish people, they own the basketball teams, they own the football teams, they own banks, they own damn near everything. It's like they need somebody to blame. The young people need somebody to blame. Everybody's blaming them. But shout out to the Jews. This is for educational purposes. Real talk. You watching Bully Ave TV, and it ain't gonna get no realer than this. I gotta play some more of this video. Got to. Man, I got to go to work. But I'm at work right now, too. At least I'm trying to be. Because, niggas gotta get paid. But let's get into some more of this video because this shit is starting to heat up. I mean, hellfire hot.
To the bus last minute, that's not how we roll. But I think Sneako played the song.
Yeah.
I think Tristan explicitly told me that Sneako played the song. I think when you sort of diffuse the situation, they're kids being kids. Myron, who, you know how much time we've spent with Myron.
Yep.
That ain't no kid stuff.
Well, Myron's not a kid, and he's a really good friend of mine.
I agree.
And Myron's not a kid, you're right. I don't know if Sneako played the song, Sneako played the song. I'm telling you from my perspective, and I don't want to make it something...
But how do you feel about that? Because let me ask you a specific question.
Sure.
Do you know how much time I spent with your brother and Justin Waller at 9 o'clock on Sunday? I left at 3 in the morning. Serious conversations, laughs. Of course, we're having Blue Label.
Yeah.
And Tristan, in my perspective, is like, dude, I'm done with these people. That's my perspective. I'll let him speak for himself. But he told me a story about your grandfather.
Yep.
Who served in World War II, yes?
Yes.
The American.
Yep.
What would your grandfather say about that? A neo-Nazi symbol. Who fought the Nazis?
Yeah, I understand. And we have to be very, very careful. I understand exactly what you're saying. I agree that that is offensive to many people. I totally understand it. And I'm not here to get myself...
It's offensive to Americans.
Well, yes.
Forget about just Jews. American lives died fighting Nazis.
That's true. That's true.
Your grandfather's friends died fighting Nazis. That, to me, Jews or not Jews, Americans went to war against Nazis. This is an American thing. I wear an American flag pin, not an Israeli flag pin, not a global flag pin, certainly not an LGBT flag, American flag pin.
Yep.
My grandfather fought in World War II.
Yep.
So to me, this is anti-American. And I'm cool with Myron. I used to be cool with Myron. But how am I going to hang out with that? How are you going to hang out with that?
I've known Myron for a very long time. He's been a great friend of mine. And I have to make this very clear to the world. I have a whole bunch of friends who do a whole bunch of shit that perhaps I would not do myself, or I may not 100% agree with. But that doesn't mean they're not my friends, and I don't speak to them. Bro, I have to be honest here, guys. I'm really not trying to do some big apology tour. And the reason for that is because I really didn't do anything wrong. So I want to make this clear. I understand why some people were offended. I understand they want to attach it to my name. I understand that it gets clicks in the media if you say Andrew Tate did X, Y, Z. I got on a bus. Full-grown men made decisions while I sat on my phone. I then got off the bus and stood in a nightclub while other people played songs while I sat on my phone. If they want to crucify me for that, that's up to them. Myron made the Nazi salute because he thought it was funny. That's Myron to come here and defend.
Of course.
It's not for me to sit here and come here and defend. Myron is someone I know and I respect and I like. Even if he did something that offended me, even if I found that offensive, I would still say, oh, okay, well, I like Myron. I have a whole bunch of friends who do a whole bunch of things that I don't like. I have black friends, white friends. I have every single type of friend you can have. We have the most racist group chat in the world. This is the world I live in, right? And I think that the reason the anti-Semitism issue is so sensitive is, one, because of the prevalence, especially online. And I'm not going to lie, I see it everywhere myself. I'm not even Jewish. It must be scary to see it absolutely everywhere online. The reason for that, I've just given you my theory as to why. That's the first reason. Second thing, of course, was World War II, and a lot of people died in the name of defending Jews. Of course, I understand that completely. But then thirdly, and I'd like to have an actual open and honest conversation about this. Don't we think, and I actually want your opinions, the fact that a song came on and the reaction has been so fierce and so, not aggressive, but it's so clear that songs like this can't be played without meeting genuine power in the world. Don't you think, to somebody who is completely detached from this situation, somebody at home who has nothing to do with this situation, watches it and sits and goes, see, they are in charge of everything? I'm asking.
This is the perfect, by the way, I'm so grateful we're having this conversation because the world needs to see this.
Yeah.
If this was played in any other city, Tate, you would not see this reaction.
Got it.
Can I explain something?
Sure.
Miami Beach, they don't play this game, dog.
Well, clearly.
You're not going to Mamdani Miami.
Yeah.
It's not happening.
Yeah.
By the way, Stephen Miner, the mayor, Joe Magazine, David Suarez, you have a Jew and an Italian and a Cuban walk into a nightclub and they say, we don't play this game, homie. We see what's going on in the world, and every Jew, every capitalist, every billionaire leaving California, leaving New York, they're like, where can we go? You know how Governor DeSantis said, Florida's where woke goes to die.
Good friend of mine.
Your boy. Florida is where woke goes to die. Well, you know what? Miami is where racism goes to die. And by the way, I'm an equal opportunity employer when it comes to racism.
Yep.
Stand-up comedian, former stand-up comedian.
Yep.
One day PBD is going to get his shot. We know about that. And I would say this. It's not racist if you make fun of everybody. Anybody can get it.
So I'm clear.
We got a black guy there. We got an Italian guy there.
So I'm clear.
We got a gay guy there. I don't know. Nick Fuentes, gay, whatever it is. But it's only bad when you single out one group.
Yeah, of course.
So that's the challenge that you're going to happen. So all these guys that basically own the clubs, run the city, it's not just Jews. Cubans, Venezuelans, Jamaicans, Haitians. Yeah. It's one big melting pot in Miami. And the universal truth in Miami is, don't bring that BS here. I'll explain why, and then I want to hear your perspective. Obviously, sure. Jews have fled anti-Semitism, came to Miami. Mm-hmm. Half of South America, looking in the room here, fled communism, socialism, comes to Miami. Mm-hmm. Haitians flee corruption, come to Miami. Italians flee fascism, come to Miami. The reason that Miami is that city is because they all know what the rest of the world looks like.
Yeah.
That's why you're getting this reaction. Any other city, you're not going to get this. Okay?
I think you've lived in a bubble where you think Miami's the only place. Thank God you lived in Addison for a year and a couple other places. I think this is bigger than that to me. And by the way, I'd like to go to the next topic. Let's do a couple other things on this, and let's move on to the next few topics to get into. I think, Tate, for me, it's a different conversation for you, because every year when a new year starts, it's about how am I recreating myself for the next level. You know, when I was in my 20s, my buddy promoted a club called Club Jerk in Melrose, and then we used to go to Pimps and Hoes, and we used to go to, no, literally, I don't know if you ever heard of Pimps and Hoes.
It's a great name.
We used to go, it was literally called Pimps and Hoes in Vegas. I don't know if you want to pull it up or not.
Human trafficking.
They was, yeah, no, they would put the biggest clubs with 20,000 people show up, and LA had a nightclub called Club Naked. You know, you had all these different places to go to, and friends that you had that would do different things. And then one day I'm like, I got to recreate myself, and I'm going to the next level.
I totally understand your point. Nick Fuentes says a lot of things I agree with. I don't agree with everything he says. I've seen clips of him say things, and I found them very funny. I had never met him before. Collab's blown up online. He's doing things. I've seen some clips. I'd never met him before. I got to Miami for the first time in a long time. They said, guys, let's meet up. We met up. Sneako came along. We went out. They played a song. For me, I understand what you're saying. Like, I need to reinvent myself, and I have all these charges.
If you choose to, you don't have to.
Of course, but I have all these charges, and I have the potential to have a brand new image, and I'm one of the best, most well-known people on the planet. If I meet somebody for the first time, or I meet people and hang out with them for 6 or 7 hours, and the entire thing is filmed, and 30 seconds blows up, I understand, and I'm really not trying to just pass blame, and I'm not trying to make excuses. But truthfully, I don't see what I should have done differently besides say, oh, I've never met you before, you haven't been vetted, I'm never going to meet anybody ever. Or sit in a car and say, sorry guys, because I'm in this car, we must cut off the Bluetooth. Let me take everybody's phone from them. Like, it is what it is. I understand how these things get attached to my name. It's very inconvenient for me. I have Jewish business partners. I have tech teams in Israel. I have things going on, and I get a mess from this crap too. Mm-hmm. I can argue that I was set up.
Well, there you have it. Tate got tech teams in Israel, Jewish business partners, and, you know, I mean, it is what it is, and it was sneako's fault, and, you know, this dude talking about, that guy talking about World War II, and when they fought the Nazis, and, man, this shit is crazy. I mean, I don't give a damn about the Nazis. I don't care about Hitler. They all can kiss my ass and go to hell. I don't care, you know. Nobody's saying that they were good. But don't sit here and make it seem like the Jews are just great. And again, I'm not talking about the whole Jewish community. Y'all know what Jews I'm talking about. Y'all know what kind of Jews they defending. They talking about, this dude talking about Miami. That's the place where racism disappears or some crap like that. For who? Not the Muslims. Y'all can go and find this video and listen to the whole thing. Man, I'm aborting this mission. This shit is over with. Because it's a part of the video where he talking about you want to go and live in Sharia law? Like, they taking all kinds of shots. Like, pow, 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 at Muslims. They taking shots like that at Muslims. It's okay. No anti-Semitism there when you're talking about Muslims. Right? Wrong. And it's over with. Go check out the video. It's out there. It's on the Patrick Bet David show. PBD. You can find it. And go watch it. It's worth watching. I mean, you're going to find out all kinds of bullshit when you watch it. For real. It's very entertaining. Very educational. So go watch it. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Bully Av TV. Because you're going to get the real, not the fake. And with that being said, I'm out. And to my Muslim brothers and sisters, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Y'all all be blessed. May Allah bless you all the good people and the true believers. Again, this is for educational purposes. I have no beef with nobody. I respect all people. What I don't like and I don't respect is the devil. And I hope y'all feel the same way. Peace.
Bully Av Productions. I've been done playing with these niggas and joke. I've been done playing with these niggas. I've been done playing with these niggas, dead joke, yeah. I've been done playing with these niggas. I've been done playing with these niggas.
I was born gifted, gotta be prolific. Flows be like liquid, people are so twisted. The visuals horrific, try to knock us out of existence, make them wish I never existed. I don't take drugs unless they are holistic. See, me and you are different. You glorify the sickness, I glorify the truth and let Allah be my witness. They ain't never gave a shit unless you willing to suck a dick, unless you willing to sell your soul to them selfish ass pricks. I may never die rich, I might not survive this. I'll most likely die sick. All it takes is common sense, they hijack the logic. The devil's your sidekick, he's also your side chick. Don't pleasant surprises, they came in disguises. A lot of them politicians, a lot of them are musicians, a lot of them oppositions, a lot of them mostly chicken, cause they ain't got the guts.